Standard English instruction often sounds choppy and segmented, but natural American speech is different. It moves like a continuous, smooth wave. That specific rhythm is controlled by mastering 4 variations of a single letter, the American T. Before we break down the mechanics, you need to capture a baseline of your current pronunciation. Open a voice recording app on your phone, hit record, and read this sentence out loud at your normal pace. Today, I want some water, but the internet is hot. This before audio is the only objective way to measure the physical transformation your voice will undergo over the next 5 minutes. We begin with the true T. This is a clear, strong sound that exclusively appears at the start of words or stressed syllables. To create a true T, you release a sudden, strong puff of air directly from the front of your lips. Listen to the start of these words. Time. Teacher. Today. Place your hand in front of your mouth and read this sentence. You should feel the air hit your palm on every blue T. Today, I want to talk to my teacher. The true T anchors the start of your words, providing clarity before we begin softening the sounds in the middle of a sentence. Next is the flap T. When a T falls between 2 vowels, the sound changes completely. Instead of that puff of air, your tongue lightly taps the roof of your mouth. It sounds like a very soft D. This diagram shows the shift from the rigid spelling to the American sound. We move from water to water, and later to later. Practice that light tongue tap by reading this sentence. I want some water. Mastering the flap T removes the robotic stops in your speech, creating a more fluid connection between your words. The third variation is the held T. This occurs at the end of words and requires a different physical mechanic. As you can see in this cross-section, you must lock your tongue against the roof of your mouth and stop the air entirely. A common mistake is letting out a small puff of air at the end, which turns a word like hot into hot-a. Practice abruptly stopping the air on these 3 words. Hot. Right. Student. Properly locking the held T removes the trailing syllables that often mark a non-native speaker's accent. Finally, we have the vanishing T. This is where the letter disappears entirely in natural speech. This only happens when a T directly follows an N. Look at the T in internet and 20. In the American accent, these fade away, leaving you with internet and 20. Try saying this sentence at a normal conversational speed. I use the internet every day. Dropping the T in these specific environments is a structural requirement for keeping up with natural American conversational speed. When you finally combine all 4 of these physical techniques, your spoken sentences flow together effortlessly and without any interruption. Open your recording app again for a final test. We're going to apply the 4 color-coded rules to a single paragraph. Read these sentences aloud, following the colors on screen. Today, I want to talk to my teacher. I want some water. My English is getting better. English is important for my future. I use the internet every day. Now, play back your first recording, and then play this new one. Listen closely to the difference in the rhythm. Consistent practice of these physical mechanics turns pronunciation from a conscious effort into a natural habit.